Hi everyone, I'm back. Well, I didn't go anywhere, but I just wanted to make sure you didn't think I was dead or anything, so yeah, hang on a minute, I'm just rolling a cigarette, so bear with me. Yeah, I just want to say a big thanks to Darren in particular. I did watch your video today. Oh, by the way, my broadband, my ADSL line is back up and running. It's a little bit on the slow side, but it's been off for the best part of 10 days. And I've been running on mobile broadband as a backup, but the signal in my office is dreadful. So I've actually, if I want to go and see a video somebody's done, I have to go and sit in the car, which is not very good really, is it? Anyway, yes, thank you Darren for giving me a shout out today on your video, your latest one. I know I've been a bit slack over the last fortnight, is it? Must be a fortnight. Yeah, I've not been very good, not been feeling very good at all. Not, well, partly physical, but the other part I think is just in my head, so I sort of got it together a bit now, so so thank you for thinking of me and you know, giving me a shout in that video of yours, and also amongst others, Chef Tush. I know you sent me an email as well, seeing if I was alright. Yeah, I sort of am. It's just been a bit of a rough time, you know. I don't know what's going on at the moment. I think I'm going through some sort of midlife crisis or something like that. I'm a bit sweaty as well. Cheers, by the way. That's probably partly to do with it. I've got ice in a glass of wine because I have to water it down. Yeah, it's no, I don't know what's wrong with me. And you'll have to excuse the rabbiting because I don't think I'm right with it. Yeah, been a bit screwed up and with life and all that, and you know, I don't know whether I am going through some sort of midlife crisis. I didn't think it happened at 43, but perhaps I am. I don't know. Just felt like shit all the time, and where am I going? What am I doing? What's the future hold? I don't know. Don't know what it is. But it bit me, and it got hold of me, and yeah, hence the reason why I haven't been doing any videos. Well, I have been working. I've been doing the car, but it all kicked off when the internet went down, and I mean, I'm the one that will before I put any comments, I will always watch anybody's full video. I won't skim across it. I'll watch it all and make my comments then. So not being able to watch any videos because the internet was down wasn't a good start. And in fact, if I'm honest, I'm probably not only am I addicted to chewing and drinking, but I'm probably addicted to the internet. I don't know, but not having it was like losing a bloody limb. Scary. Oh, so it is back up and running, but it's very slow. So, but I have watched a few videos. Well, actually about 3, which I watched today. But I haven't made any comments yet, so I thought I'd do this video and just say, yeah, a couple of thanks to Darren and David Tushingham. I do appreciate you sort of checking in because, yeah, I know that you sent me that message earlier, well, middle of last week, and I did reply, but my absence has been noted, I think is the thing. And I thoroughly enjoy doing these videos. So they give me some sort of focus in life. Is that the right word? Sounds a bit wet, doesn't it? But anyway, they do. With all that's gone on in my world probably in the last few years, actually, it's this is probably the first time I've actually felt focused on something. Not only the car, but actually the interaction with people, you know, across the globe, really, but particularly in America. You're a nice bunch of guys, and it is noted. Believe me, it's noted. So, cool. So I'm back. I've got to make some videos. There has been things going on. I'll show you in a minute. But I'm back, and I will continue because it's kind of a big part of what I'm doing at the moment. So anyway, I hope everybody's all right. I've got a lot of catching up to do because, like I said, no internet means there's been videos being put up and I haven't been watching them, and except if I sit in the car with my little mobile thingamajig. But I've got to catch up and put my comments on, so I will do that. It's a long weekend here because of the Queen's Jubilee, so not much happening work-wise. Well, there isn't in my life anyway, because although I have my own business, it's I think you could say it's pretty much on its knees, and that's not related to cars or painting or anything like that. Computer shit, and yeah, I've been doing it for 8 years, ever since I moved to Norfolk, and it was never going to make me a fortune because I don't think I'm the sort of, although I could probably sell, the motivation's not normally there. So which is something else I have to deal with. But I'm not. This isn't going to be a depressing video, so I shall hang back on that. Yeah, just needless to say, life's a bit shit. Lots of things personally going on. I still miss my cat that I lost now 3 months ago, who was quite a big part of my life, and considering he was our cat, i.e. me and my ex, there was a link there, you know, there was a link, there's always a link. So yeah, I had to do right by him, but that didn't work, and you sort of blame yourself for that. And the trouble with me is I spend most of my life going over things that have gone wrong in the past, and instead of putting them aside and saying, right, that's that chapter closed, I'm going to move on to the next one, because I'm not like that. I tend to probably analyse a bit too much, possibly, I don't know. Anyway, I've been back and forth to the doctors umpteen times. Still feel physically crap. I'm on some new pills which seem to work most of the time, but other times I just can't get over the shit feeling, and that's not for a mental problem. It's just a physical, you know, feeling like you're going to have a heart attack or all of that sort of shit. Anyway, yeah, so I need to give these up. I really do. I know I've been told so many times now, whenever I go in there, in the docks, the first thing they say is, oh, how much are you smoking? And I know it's not good. I drink too much. So, cheers. Yeah, it's just the way it is at the moment. It'll work out. It's but believe me, the support network from the garage gang is important, and sometimes you need just a little nudge up the arse to do something. So I'm going to thank Darren for doing that in his video today, and I do appreciate it, I really do. You probably won't ever know how much, but I do appreciate it a lot. So anyway, I've nearly finished my first chooch, so I shall give you a little tour of what I have been doing, what's gone wrong and everything else. So let's kill that one. I can't remember the last time you saw this, but anyway, it's got a couple of wheels on. It's not fully done yet. I haven't got the drums on or the brakes in, but it's on some wheels at the back end, which is a milestone, I suppose. I've been fighting yesterday and the day before, putting new universal joints in here, which, if anybody's done them on these bloody things, they're a pain in the arse. I mean, getting the old ones out was bad enough, but getting the new ones in has just been a nightmare. So because I want this car to look like a showpiece, but a usable one, because I don't think it's going to just sit in the garage. It's got to be used, because it always has been. So I've painstakingly cleaned, masked, sandblasted and powder coated all of these bits. I didn't do that because there's a big rubber boot that goes over there, so that's not really an issue. But yeah, these universal joints, there's new ones for every single joint, and there's one in there, 2, so there's 4, and the prop shaft 6. So it's not a lot, it's no big deal, is it? But yeah, it was just a complete cock up. The other half of that half shaft there is here, and it's got to come out, because that is so, well, you can move it, but it's not as loose as it should be. And I completely fucked up all my nice powder coating when I lost my rag and started hitting it with a hammer. So that's got to come out, find out what's wrong. I mean, it's already been out once, because one of the needles in these bearings, I don't quite know how it happened, because I wasn't actually hitting it, I was pressing it in with a vice, but one dropped out, and so you couldn't actually get the thing fully in. You know what I'm talking about anyway. But so yeah, but that's too tight, there's something wrong there, so that's got to come out, and I'll probably have to strip that powder coating and redo it and do it properly. Other things, calipers. Now, I was doing a lot of reading up on calipers, and I like the idea of powder coating, because, you know, although it's not always successful, I do like the thoughts of powder coating. So I did this, stripped it all out. There's no seals in there, nothing. Obviously I masked up the these areas, because you don't want to get anything in there, so I'd masked them up so tight you couldn't get anything in it, and I sandblasted them and put this lovely it's called copper vein powder. Now, I thought that with powder being sort of baked at 180 degrees, this would be a problem, but according to forums and everything that I've looked on, unless you're really going to cook these brakes, there isn't an issue. So this is a trial. I mean, I did say to my father, you know, if this is a complete fuck up, then we'll have to get new ones, which he's quite happy with. So we're going to try that, see what happens, see how long it lasts, and hopefully it will stay on there. But yeah, it's probably not everybody's cup of tea, the colour, but I thought, well, we got copper pipes everywhere, so probably copper calipers would match. I don't know. We'll see when it's all done. That's another thing. I think I showed you those before, where I made that pipe across there, the one in there, and I also made that one. And I made one for the front end, and that's fuck up number 2. Quite a good copy, I thought. Yeah, looks fairly accurate. But I didn't leave enough of a tail on this end, so the tail on this end is a bit too long. So that's probably going to have to be reworked. But you know what copper's like? Once you bend it once, and you sort of, what is the term? Anneal it, yeah. And it goes rock hard, and you can't bend it. So that's going to have to be a bit of a rework. But if it comes to it, I'll make another one. So it's not difficult. I've got a little tool here, which puts the ends on like that. That's for the male end, and that's for a female. Can you see? Is that focusing? Yeah. So and I can go over to the garage and buy a reel of copper, 7-metre reel for £6, which isn't bad, is it? Got a load of fittings. So yeah, that's quite therapeutic, actually, bending copper. So yeah, that's that. The front end, I have started on this. Got the upper wishbones powder coated. The lighting here is terrible, but you can probably see how nice and shiny they are. There's new bushes in. These are poly bushes. They're a quite hard one, which apparently does it does a good job on these cars, because they're always a little bit on the sort of floppy side. So we went for those to you know, give it a bit more stability on the road. All round Coney adjustable shock absorbers. I've just put that in there because it looked nice. Cheer me up. Back end the same. Although I haven't I haven't done any adjustments on these, so I don't know how they come out of the box. But I think you have to turn the top end against the bottom to get the adjustment. It seems a bit vague to me, but I'm sure that'll work out. And that's that. So, and all the other bits for the front end, hang on, are in here. So we got back plate for the front discs, which is a hammered silver, but I do like it because it's so bloody hard, this stuff is. God. Ugh. That's a caliper mount. What I've done there is actually I sandblasted this, polished the metal up, and then I plated it, just a light plating, to give it a bit of protection, and then masked it off and powder coated all the black bits. God blimey, excuse me. God, Jesus. Another bit. God. And you see the old powder coating on rough cast ironwork. That's it does come out nice. I'm quite happy with that. I didn't take that stub out of there because frankly it's just too much effort, and there wasn't any point. There's nothing wrong with them. And of course lower wishbones with poly bushes in, new stud in, and that for the trunnion. So that's again looks nice, and some other little bits and pieces, spacers and things. So yeah, it's all it's all going well. So I have been doing some, and it's just been a case of when the mood takes me. But that's another thing I've got to do. polish these pistons up a bit for the calipers. They were actually new 25 years ago, and I don't think they're doing too bad. There's a bit of scum on the side there, but I think they'll be okay. Like I said, if it's a fail, then we'll do it again. There's been lots of parts arriving. There's tons of stuff in here. I'd hate to think of the end bill on this, but it's not me paying for it, so we've got new upper ball joints, track rod ends. You can't see them in this packet, can you? But believe me, they are. Or tie rods, whatever you want to call them. Trunnion bush kit. So that's like all of those there. The big bolt, bushes, washers, everything. There's a ball joint. Do you know this? I'm going to have a moan now. Right, this is a brand new upper ball joint. Now, what really pisses me off with these people that supply this stuff is they don't really put anything on this bit of metal here. I think that's been dipped or dyed or something, but that'll be rusty within a few months. Why? And another thing, just move that there. Quick slurp. Okay. These castellated nuts here, right? I'll open these. This is for the bolt on the lower trunnions. Okay, that looks nice, doesn't it? So there's two of these, one for each side. We've got that one there, plated, zinc plated, perfectly acceptable. In the same bag, we got one black, which is just basically steel with nothing on it. Now, why is it these companies like Rimmer Brothers, you know, they're a big name over here. I don't know about over your way, but they're a big name. Why don't they realise that when people are putting new parts on classic cars, they want the fuckers to look shiny? Here's another example. These are the bolts for the lower trunnions. Well, I don't know what's happened to that. Looks like I plated it. But rotten and rusty. You know, and you're actually paying a lot of money for this stuff. This isn't cheap, none of it. But no, they give you shit. Washers, again for the trunnion. Mild steel washers. They're not going to last 5 minutes, are they? One trip on the road and they'll be rusty. So, although we've probably paid, I don't know, for each of these washers, probably paid 50 pence, I've got to spend probably another 50p plating them. So those sort of things really piss me off something rotten. I really get wound up about that. Anyway, like I say, I'm moaning. So yeah, anyway, there's lots of parts arrived. Let's just put this away. We are moving on quite rapidly. Yeah, I need to spend some time watching videos and putting my comments back on, because I have missed it quite a lot. That's what I forgot to say, so I'm rolling another cigarette. There's a surprise. I was intending to go out today to a classic car show up near the airport close by here, but it was pissing the rain all day, and I like cars, but I'm not getting wet for them, so I didn't bother. I had a little trip out last Monday. I took Mick's wife to the airport. He was already on holiday with his one of his mates, and she went and joined him, so I took her down to Luton, which is only about 100 miles from here. So that was a bit of a ride out, you know. It's good to get away sometimes. I always found that when I was stuck in an office, no matter what happened, lunchtimes, always leave the building, go away, go to the pub, just get away, because otherwise it becomes your life and shouldn't do ever. See, I'm in a bit of a strange mood, aren't I? So apologies for that. What else have I got to tell you? Not a lot, I don't think. I hope everybody's alright and getting on and everything. What was I going to say? Oh, the guy was happy with his Ferrari. I think I told you that anyway. Actually, it's very good having cars like that to do, because people in the village see you with a Ferrari and you're doing some paintwork, word gets round, you know. So they all come running with their expensive cars. So I've got another 2 cars to do. A BMW and a Mercedes. BMW's only 3 or 4 years old. Mercedes is a bit older, but it's got tiny spots of rust on the bottoms of the doors. I mean, we're talking real minuscule, probably no bigger than that. So, and I was looking at the job and I thought, shit, this is going to be a fussy job, this one. So they're going away on holiday, so I'll do that one first. Merc out the way. It's one of these big 4-wheel drive things, and I think it's about 10 years old, but it's immaculate. I mean, obviously looked after it, so bit of paintwork on that, and this BMW that's actually one of the mechanics over the road owns that. So a lorry came into the forecourt for some diesel and scraped his nice silver BMW. So I'm here. Oh, what else have I got to tell you? This is going on a bit, isn't it? I haven't got any times on this video, but I better not wrap it on too much. I was going to try and go on Mumble tonight, but like I say, the internet's still slow. It's working, but it's slow, so I don't know if it'll actually work. I'll see how the video upload goes. Yeah. So that's that. One day, hopefully one day, I'll feel a little bit better. I do hope so, because this is really painful. I don't know whether any of you guys have suffered the same sort of thing, where all you think about is how many years have gone past and what you've done with them. Although I did see Darren, I did see your video, and you said about old films and videos. Well, I've got hundreds and hundreds of videotapes from sort of 89 through to sort of recently, really. Nothing of any interest. Although when I had a pilot's license, I did come to Florida, and it's when I was earning a few quid. And I did come to Florida and rented a villa in Kissimmee, and rented an aeroplane from Merritt Island. The company I went with, they no longer exist, but I had a 4-seater aircraft there at my disposal for 2 weeks, and God, it was cheap. I mean, we were spending about, at the time it was about £100 an hour with fuel to rent an aircraft, and from Merritt Island it was £38. In fact, it was $38. So it was peanuts to fly. So I did do a bit of flying out there. It wasn't a huge amount because that was in 1998 when I think there were 17 tornadoes went whizzing through Florida and caused a bit of a problem. And that was the day before we were due to go out. So, but I still went. But yeah, it was good times. And apparently, they say, if I'm boring you now, just switch off. But they say that Merritt Island airfield is the closest you'll ever see, or the closest you'll ever get to landing on an aircraft carrier, but that isn't one. So if you go on Google Earth, and if you're not from around there and you want to have a look, just look up Merritt Island, and you'll see the runway sort of half juts out into I think it's a Banana River, is it? I could be wrong. But yeah, I did have a dodgy landing. There's a video of that, so I might put that up, give you a bit of laugh. That was with my brother at the time, and I'm sure he thought I was going to kill him. But yeah, so that's that. So I'll look at some other videos of days gone past. But they're not like the videos now where I'm quite happy talking to a video camera, and I don't think any of us did really before, did we? We didn't. You didn't sort of think that you've got an audience. You just recorded it for the sake of recording it because you had a new camera, and just to say that you were there, sort of thing. So anyway, I am rabbiting now, so I shall finish this, switch this off, and probably try and upload it. If I have to upload it, I will upload it, but if I have to do it, if my internet's down, I'll have to use my little mobile thingy and go in the car and upload it from there, because that's where the best mobile signal is. Yeah, so, but it will go up. In the meantime, hope everybody's well. Apologies for not putting videos up, but I'm sure you understand. And I will speak to you all very, very soon, I hope. Yeah, I will. So that's it for now.